first, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello everyone, this is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. As always, we appreciate you joining us. We are live streaming here from the Fox 12 Oregon newsroom, and that means we get to have some longer form conversations. We get to cover a lot of different segments, and we appreciate, again, all of you who are able to join us or watch us after the fact, whether it's live or on the Fox 12 Oregon app, wherever it is that you're finding us. Thanks for doing so. Today, we are talking about the Elite Sports Academy and their program, Go to Camp, Give a Camp. We're going to explain all of that because our guest that's joining us is the perfect person to do that for us. So we've got Andy White from the Elite Sports Academy. And Andy, thank you very much, for being here today. I appreciate it. And, one thing we always like to do to start off is just to give everybody, an understanding of what it is that we're covering here. And if you don't mind, could you tell everyone, just about the Elite Sports Academy?
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for having us on. We are in full gear summer camp mode right now. We started a month from today. So it's crazy season around here, but fun. Just to give you a little bit of background about Elite Sports Academy, it's a nonprofit that I founded back in 2015, 10 years ago, which time flies, but it's a way to bring high quality summer programming to low income families. And so, growing up, I was fortunate enough to be able to go to different camps and club sports and year-round things. And I saw that not everyone was able to do that. And so from a young age, I kind of had this in my mind that I wanted to start something someday that every kid could go to regardless of their background or financial status. And it's the greatest job in the world. For the last 10 years, we've been hosting these camps. We started up in North Portland and now have expanded into Beaverton and Bethany area as well. The first 8 years, it was just exclusively free summer sports camps for low-income families who qualified for free and reduced lunch, financial assistance, and we had about 100 kids a day go through our program. We provided breakfast and lunch for free as well. And it was really just an all-inclusive camp. Sports was a focus, but more the benefits of the physical and mental health, the social health that comes with it. We're not necessarily a sports camp that I always say you'll never see a whistle at our program. We're never going to have kids running back and forth with whistles. It's more introducing sports to kids at a young age to show them, how much fun they are and what benefits that you can take with throughout your entire life. So back a couple of years ago, when we were looking at different ways to expand and grow our impact, we decided to launch what we call Go to Camp, Give a Camp. And for two main reasons. One of them is we needed a way I'm always looking at how we can scale, how we can grow, how we can impact more families. And, as a nonprofit, relying strictly on donations and grants and that kind of funding, it's hard to grow. It's hard. I know a lot of nonprofits out there, especially in this climate, it is really hard to bring the funds in and get consistent funding to grow and scale your impact. So I was thinking of a way similar to Tom's Shoes, if you're familiar, where you buy a pair of shoes and then they donate one for free. I was thinking, why can't we do that with, summer camps? And I looked into it, didn't really see that model of the one-for-one in the summer camp world. So I figured, why not? And I figured it might be a good way to help reach more families. And so now what we do is we have sponsor camps and impact camps. And our sponsor camps are in more affluent communities, and we charge a standard rate for summer camps, actually well below the national average of, I think, some camps are $300, $400, $500 a week for half days. And so we really try to stay affordable for families, but the revenue from our sponsor programs go to fund our impact camp. So essentially for every child enrolled at our Springville Elementary camp this summer, we send a child in need for free that goes to a Title I school and qualifies for financial assistance. So on one hand, we started this Go to Camp, Give a Camp to really grow our impact and help more families go through the program. But on the other end, I set out to create a program that was available and accessible to every child, no matter what background they came from. And what I found was we were only targeting, the lower income families who needed the help, and we're happy to do that. But we had to turn away some families who didn't qualify for the financial assistance. And then I saw kids walking away from the program, sad that they can't come to camp because essentially their family just didn't qualify for that assistance. And I didn't like that necessarily either. So this is a good way for us to really allow every child into our programs and hit, every family from every background. And it's just been such a cool experience to watch the community come together. And, I've had parents tell me, wow, your summer camp's our favorite camp we've ever been to. And now I get to send my child and, help another family do the same for theirs. Like, absolutely. So the response has been fantastic. It's a way for us to grow, and we're really excited for what we have going on.
Wow. I mean, yeah. So really impacting a lot of people with that. And I want to go back to something you were talking about there at the beginning because you mentioned it's a sports camp, but I mean you're not going to hear a whistle, and it's about all those other things that come along with that. And since you were such a fan of camps when you were a kid, what are those things that you want some of these kids to go there and actually experience and maybe come away with and take away into their normal lives?
Yeah, great question. So there's been when I founded ESA, there was the let's give kids a fun summer camp, they'll get better at sports and help some families, who might need a little help. So that was kind of my goal. And I had no idea the amazing other things that would come with it. We've had kids show improvement in their GPA in the following semester. I've had principals tell me that, the kids enrolled at ESA who were very shy or introverts or even, got in trouble the previous year had a full summer of just being able to get out there, play with friends in a different light, learn teamwork and other skills, crucial skills to their social development. That's helped them all across the board. And that's been really fun for me to see because, like I said, I was an athlete growing up, and I knew the impact sports had on my childhood and my entire life. But just to see what our camp and similar camps like ours do for these kids is just so important on so many levels. And that's why we try to make our camp as well-rounded as possible. So we'll do, kids will play up to 6 different sports every single day. I'm a big believer in the more sports you can try, the better. And we also have a classroom area. So we focus on creating and maintaining healthy living habits. And then we also have a clubhouse or a lounge area where we'll bring in video games and a big TV and let kids just be kids for 30 minutes to rest, recharge, and then send them back out to the field to run around and keep playing. So it really is an all-inclusive camp. Obviously, sports is a big part of that, but my goal is for every single child who comes to our camp to have their best summer they've ever had. And so with our amazing staff and coaches that we bring in, local college athletes, we work a lot with teachers as well. We really try to bring in the staff in place to make that happen.
I mean, I'm an adult and I want to go to your camp now after you
Right?
say that. It sounds awesome. So, I mean, but really, to help out all of these different kids and to bring that in and seeing that growth. And so you mentioned that growth, like how much would you like to see? Where's your goals at as far as growing it?
Oh man.
I know that's a broad question. You don't have to be
my
specific.
goal is to be the largest summer camp in the entire country. So good thing I have my wife to kind of bring me back down to earth to the actual things that I need to do tomorrow. But so our goal in the next, I would say 3 to 5 years is to really expand in Portland and surrounding areas like Oswego, Hillsborough, obviously everywhere, and head up the Pacific Northwest. But I truly believe with this Go to Camp, Give a Camp initiative that we've done, this is really a way to make true change and a true impact because with the revenue brought in from these camps, obviously we still rely heavily on donations, heavily on grants. We're a 501c3, so that's so important to what we're doing. But this Go to Camp, Give a Camp initiative is a way for us to almost become a self-sustaining nonprofit and just rely on the funds that we get to generate and use those to help expand next year and roll over in the following year. And so it's very exciting for me because we've been around for 10 years. We've had about 4,000 kids go through the program. We've served over 30,000 free meals, but it also feels like we're year one again, because with this program, we're kind of going in a new direction and a fun direction. So I get the startup feel all over again. I think the entrepreneur in me really enjoys that piece of it. So I'm excited for our growth.
That's fantastic. Yeah, so seeing that growth and looking at that, I guess to bring one more question in too, to kind of bring it full circle, you talking about enjoying those camps when you were a kid. How does it feel now to be able to help all of these kids? 4,000, it sounds like already more this year and expanding, but to be able to bring that to these young people, how does that feel for you?
It's the best. It's the greatest job in the entire world. I hope I'm doing this for the next 100 years or so. We'll see if I make it that long. That's the plan. I think if I could, how I started the job, I knew exactly the criteria I wanted in a job. I wanted to help people. I wanted to work in sports. I wanted to work with kids. And a lot of jobs, I really didn't see that. And so I just created that job, and I Googled how to start a nonprofit 10 years ago. And so far, so good. 10 years later, we're still growing. And so we're either doing something right or getting lucky or a little bit of both. So it's truly, I couldn't ask for a better job playing with the kids. And it just makes my entire year every summer.
That's so cool. Well, Andy, thank you, very much for joining us here to talk about this too. And I want to go back to just reiterating for people out there how they can participate, how they can go, where they can sign up, all of that stuff, the specifics for those out there who now want to go join this.
Yep, absolutely. So our camp is going to be located at Springville Elementary up in Bethany this year. And you can go to our website, elitesportsacademy.org. And please feel free, registration's all on there. If you email or call us as well, info@Elite Sports Academy. All of that goes right to me. You'll talk to Coach Andy. So I'm here to answer any question you have. We still have spots available in every single age group. The program's K through 8. So if you have a child out there and you're looking for them to do something this summer and you want them to have the best summer ever while also helping another child do the same, we're your summer camp.
There it is. Andy, thank you. Or I should say Coach Andy, thank you, very much for being here with us. I really appreciate it. Anything else that you think is important for people to know?
Yeah, I think I just say we really truly, our goal is to help as many people as possible. And with this new model, we found a way to do that, but also bring in every child in the entire state or entire city to come to our program. And so that's really something special for me, is that now we can really expand our reach. And whether you love sports your whole life, whether you've never even looked at a basketball, we're the program for you. We're going to have a great summer. And yeah, I can't wait to see everybody.
Awesome. Thanks, Andy. I really appreciate you joining us here.
Absolutely. Thanks, Greg.
And for everybody watching, this is Fox 12 Now. Huge thank you to Andy, Elite Sports Academy right there. So let you know how you can go and participate. And you can share this segment as well. You can go to kptv.com. The segment will be up there, the Fox 12 Oregon app. There's our YouTube channel. So plenty of places to find this and let other people know about it. And thank you for finding this show. So we're here every weekday starting at 1 p.m. going throughout the afternoon. We get to have these wide-ranging different conversations about different topics. Coming up here in just a little bit, we've got the Fox 12 Weather Podcast video edition. So there's that as well. And if there's ever breaking news during these afternoons between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m., this is the place to go. I will have that information for you as soon as I get it. So this is something else that we do here. But we'll take a break for right now. I'll talk to you soon. Again, I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.